All right, so if you can all pop yourselves on mute, so that if you're not already on mute, that you can immerse yourself into this session, this final session that I'm super excited for. I'm going to share the screen. So yeah, good morning for all, or good afternoon, anyone watching on the replay as well. Catching up later. So super, super excited for this. Okay, I'll move that over there. Okay, so day 3, integration, realignment, and embodiment. Oops. Still not mastered this PowerPoint thing yet. This is another reason why I wanted to do this masterclass and create this presentation thing, because it's not something I've done before. I'm used to just doing Akashic trainings and not having time to do any of this. And I've made it my mission this year to do more presentation work and things. So I'm beta testing, and you guys get to access this for free while I'm beta testing, and also beta testing my new automation funnel and everything. So yeah, I'm leveling up myself this year on multiple levels. So yeah, what I'd love to start with is basically if you can all type into the chat what insights or shifts you've had from days 1 and 2, even if you've not had anything, a massive like energetic shift, but you've cleared some fears and beliefs. And we cleared more fears and beliefs yesterday because we did day 1, we were clearing the wealth trauma and what we've inherited, and day 2 yesterday going into money shaming, and not just what the money shaming that we have been on the receiving side of experiencing, but also potentially on the projecting side of what we've been putting onto other people. And as I mentioned yesterday, maintaining this false collective narrative. So we did some deep clearing yesterday, and we did the work and somatically. So it is important that we work not just on a subconscious reprogramming clearing level, but we're also doing the work somatically as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be combining, and that's the beauty of EFT, that we're reprogramming and working somatically. So when we're tapping on specific meridian points, we're shifting the energy, the old energy out of the body. So it's somatic releasing is really powerful. And sometimes we don't always feel in that moment that we're having a shift, but then suddenly the day after you can have emotional releases. And I did get a few messages from people yesterday saying that they felt so much lighter and clearer, and also people who did have emotional releases after. So yeah, this can happen. So did anybody have an emotional release yesterday? Anybody having strange dreams? Yeah, pop in the chat. So I've got a few messages what's come through. Doing a great job. Yeah, thanks, Jane. I was hyper productive following yesterday live. Oh, was awake for hours with ideas and self-affirmations. Amazing. Debbie, I feel more clarity and confident around money. Great. Amanda, lighter, clarity, confidence. Amazing. Brought my fears of wealth on day 1 to my attention to clear. Absolutely. Jane, I'm in control of how much I allow my beliefs to hold me back, and I am focusing on my future with more clarity. Amazing. And I loved your little feedback in the group yesterday as well. I really appreciate that. And I've shared that today as well on my page. Adele, I had a very old injury released in my foot. Wow, amazing. It was very surprising because it happened at the very same place in the kitchen. Oh, wow, that's amazing, Adele. I love that. Another intense, resistant, fueled dream. In general, feeling a bit weird, but I recognize consciously resistance that I'm not even sure why it's there, as I'm not even aligned with it. Yeah, I mean, we don't always have to know. We just know that it's there, and we just set intentions to clear it, and that's it. We don't always need to go into like where it's from. I mean, when I'm working with people on a personal level or in the trainings, we have time to go into like whether it's inherited, whether it's self-created, if it's from this lifetime, another lifetime. We can go on into all of that, but in group settings, we don't have time. But we don't always need to. We only need to go into it if we can't clear it, because then it needs a deeper acknowledgement. And ultimately, this whole masterclass, as people have already experienced, we can only clear what we have knowledge of. And that's hence why they're called unconscious programs and unconscious beliefs, or, shadow, all these shadows, that we're bringing all of this into our awakened consciousness. And this is what we do. This is the beauty of the Akashic work, that we can bring all of this into the awakened consciousness, not just through identifying the beliefs, but in the Akashic work, we go into healing on the trainings, and when I'm working personally, we go into the programs that created the belief. So we're going beyond the belief and actually going into the root program that creates multiple belief systems and multiple energetic reversals and distortions and all of that kind of stuff. So when we release the program, then we're clearing multiple symptoms. So this is just one aspect of it, but it's very, very powerful. So yeah, thank you for sharing your little insights so far. I love listening. And again, please feel free to message me after on WhatsApp or Facebook, or if you're watching the replay on YouTube, it's in a private channel on YouTube, so only you guys have access to it. So please feel free to comment in the YouTube as well, because it's only us that are in this masterclass that will see these comments. It's not set public. So yeah, I love it. I love hearing back from people. So I just want to bring to your attention the wealth integration symbol that we did on day one. Do you remember what your wealth symbol was? Yeah, okay, so have this in mind. Is it a physical object, or is it a etheric? Is it something that you created astrally / ethically, imagination, or is it actually, was it a sigil, a crystal, an affirmation card, any object? Because what I would like you to do is, I just want to program it before we start. So I think I just had some message. Etheric, okay. Yeah, so whether it's etheric, or if it's something that you've got to hand, if it's a physical, whether it's a crystal or something, I can't remember mine. Okay, well, create a new one today, Debbie. If you've got crystals next to you, or if you've got, tarot cards or goddess cards or anything like that, maybe just grab something, and we're just going to just simply just program it. It's a really, really simple program. And then that is something that you can have with you at all times. You can carry it around with you in your bag, or you can sleep with it under your pillow, because that's going to bring in a frequency to up level the work a little bit. So it was an image in my head. You can use whatever you want. Just something that you can have with you. Or, as I said, if it's an imaginary something, then that's fine, because you can just bring that into your imagination at any time. So either hold your thing, whatever it is, either hold it in your hand, or imagine, if it's an imaginary, an etheric, then imagine that if it's something small, if you created a crystal or a specific symbol, just imagine that you're holding it in your hand. And just close your eyes for a moment. And just come back to that day one meditation that we did at the end, where I asked you to imagine your future self living in harmony, living in abundance, receiving everything that you want to receive. Seeing yourself fully healed, fully embodied, living in the spirit of your wealth and prosperity. And remember, we gave that a colour. So we gave it a colour and we gave it a symbol. So just place that into your physical object or push it into this etheric object that you created. So you are fortifying the energy and the frequency. And I invite you to place an intention into this object, this imaginary object or physical object. Place an intention into it of what you wish. So again, we're going back into the intention that we've stated at the beginning, but now you may have a slightly different or more empowered intention because of the work that we've done. So place in your personal intention, your personal manifestation. And then repeating, all healed layers are fully integrated. I am whole in spirit and whole in wealth. All healed layers are fully integrated. I am whole in spirit and whole in wealth. All healed layers are fully integrated. I am whole in spirit and whole in wealth. And if there's a personal statement that you have, something comes to mind right now, and just place your personal statement inside your symbol. And then you can, if it's an imaginary symbol, just place it in your heart. If it's a physical object and you're wearing it, and just allow yourself to integrate with that. And if it's something that you could place at the side of you, then just place that at the side of you and carry it with you or have it next to you when you're working, when you're doing any work. Sleep with it. Just allow the frequency to activate you. And each time you feel yourself slipping back into old patterns, just take your symbol and remember and feel the frequency of the symbol. So we're programming, because we are creators and programmers, we can literally create anything around us to work. I do this really often. I go in the ocean when I've been releasing and clearing, and I literally program the ocean to purify and cleanse me, and it does every time. So you can do the same when you get in the bath or the shower. You can program the water to cleanse you. So whatever you need to do, because you are the creator and the programmer. All right, so just to summarize everything before we jump into the meditation and some more somatic healing. So summarizing, in order to embody our true wealth blueprint, or in order for you to embody your true wealth blueprint, you must create a new identity. So this new higher version of yourself that feels safe receiving more money, more wealth, or unconditional love, or being seen. So you can attract your solar line clients, you can magnetize more wealth. And this is going to bring you that wealth freedom that we all desire, we all want. And ultimately, you're allowing this to flow effortlessly through you. Because if you're stuck in the old version of yourself, then this is going to continue to block you. So each time you feel yourself again slipping into these old versions of yourself, or you hear yourself repeating an old thought pattern, for example, give yourself permission. Communicate with your subconscious, because this is where, obviously, the subconscious and the unconscious is where our programs are held, where our beliefs are held. and give yourself permission to release all that no longer serves your highest path and purpose. Give yourself permission to release all self-doubt, all mistrust, all judgment, all false narratives, all false beliefs. And again, this is a really simple affirmation that you can make, or a statement that you can make. I now give myself permission to release all that is blocking my pure potential, releasing from my subconscious and unconscious mind. Again, you've got the day one presentation, so you can go back into that, working with that higher self invocation, which is really powerful, that you're aligning all of your consciousnesses to work together in unity and harmony. I do this every day, because then there's no conflict. When I'm doing any work and I want to download things, new ideas, creative ideas, or when I'm doing any work for other people, when I'm going into the Akashic record and doing a reading for somebody, that all of my consciousnesses, all aspects of my consciousnesses, all working together in unity and harmony. So there's no conflict between my higher self and my ego. The ego, my lower mind's not getting in the way and sabotaging things. So it's really important to get into a habit of working with that, because it's really powerful. And then just clearing that simple Akashic clearing decree from day one is really powerful, as you've already experienced. And again, you can use that, even if it's just one belief or one fear that you've become aware of. Use that decree. It's really powerful. And then give yourself permission to receive all that is aligned to your highest path and purpose, so you can activate your inherent creative powers and your manifestation abilities. We just have to keep reinforcing this over and over again, because it's easy for our lower mind to sabotage. And ultimately, you must take the right aligned action, because we can meditate and daydream all day and visualize all day, but if you're not taking the right aligned action to integrate, because manifestation does happen at the level of action, and this is basically how the law of manifestation works. The law of manifestation doesn't work by daydreaming, it works at the level of action. So you can visualize. It's important to visualize and imagine yourself receiving what it is you desire, and feeling that you've already received it, because this shifts your frequency, and it starts to allow you to progressively shift into that higher timeline and allow your identity to begin shifting. And ultimately, when we do that, then the old timelines, the old parts of us, and there's multiple layers of our old parts, but these start to fade away into the distance as the new higher version comes online. So my point being, manifesting, visualizing is important, but doing that alone is not going to allow you to manifest. You have to take the right aligned action. So this is why it's good to get into a habit of communicating with your higher self. If you don't know what action you need to take, then ask your higher self to show you. And also, for anybody who does work with, who's working with ChatGPT, for example, you could always ask, look, I want to create this, I want to do this, what action do I need to take? And the AI is really, really supportive for helping people to, I know, again, there's a lot of fear about AI at the minute, but it is really helpful and supportive when you've blocked and you can't, and I use it for exactly that reason. Again, I'm not using it it's not my higher self, but I ask it, look, I've got this issue. I need to find a solution, because I'm very solution focused, and that's, I don't focus on problems, I focus on a solution. And sometimes when I'm deep inside a problem, I can't focus on the solution because the problem has become so big. So I will ask that. I don't use ChatGPT, I use Grok, actually. Because I find ChatGPT, it's like talking to a teenager, whereas Grok, it's like communicating with an adult. It's a little bit more grown up. But I always ask the Grok to, what can I do to resolve this XYZ, whatever it is. So if you do get stuck, then either tune in and ask your higher self. But again, when there's that much, the saying that we can't see the wood for the trees, it's great for brainstorming these ideas. So I support that. I support it for that use. I don't support it for people who are using it as their higher self, and they're literally allowing the AI to do everything for them, but it's a great tool. Um, who's using, anybody using ChatGPT AI? Yeah, it's a great tool. As I said on was it day one or day two? I can't remember. This presentation that it's created for me in like in seconds. I couldn't, it's one reason why I've never done these presentations because I just haven't got the time. AI has become a good friend who offers advice. Yeah, mine too. Like I said, mine's an assistant. My AI, I've programmed my AI to be my business strategist. So it literally is my business strategist, and I use it all the time for business, and it's great. Gives me some great tools. So yeah, we need to manifest at the level of action. So take an action that is aligned with what it is that you want to that what what it is that you want to create. Um, and what do you use instead of chat? So I just said grok. I use grok, Grok, grok. That's it. It's great. So ultimately, keep doing this work as well. It's not enough, obviously this clearing work's not going to necessarily fix everything in one masterclass and of course hoping or expecting results. It can absolutely happen. We can for sure experience massive shifts and impactful shifts and powerful shifts, but it doesn't always happen in one masterclass. It's important to keep doing the work. I have had many of over the years, my trainees and one-to-one clients who've had really quick, rapid, incredible shifts and manifestations after one session. Like I mentioned, I think yesterday I mentioned Sharon, who messaged me the day before and told me that she'd just had this sudden, somebody had just messaged her and paid £1,000 into her account for something that she'd done 10 years ago and completely forgotten about. And Kerry, who's been working with me for three years now. She's done all my trainings, had Akashic readings with me, and she doubled her income over the last 2 years. She doubled her income, and this year she sent me a message when she did all her books 2 weeks ago, and she said, "Holy shit, Mia! I've trebled my income this year. I can't believe it." So I'm really super. Some of you might have seen my post. I'm super stoked for her because it's amazing and it can happen. So if you do drop into those like woe is me victim again, because it's easy to get into that space, just remember people are doing it. I wouldn't be sat here if I hadn't done it myself. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. However, some beliefs and fears are deeply ingrained and they can take more work. So keep testing the beliefs and fears that came up for you. Keep testing them because we can reinstall them when the old wounds and triggers occur. And as I've mentioned already, the Akashic clearing that we did in day one is really powerful. It's rapid transformation. So look what you all already shifted. So yeah, just keep using it and apply as necessary. And also EFT working, I find EFT is really powerful to shift somatically and energetically, because it's not just about reprogramming subconsciously. We need to do it reprogram somatically as well, because we can, these subconscious patterns are not just ingrained into our mind, our brain, but they're also they're muscular patterns, energetic patterns as well. So what we're doing when we're doing the EFT is reprogramming the energetic pattern and the neural pathway patterning. We all know that subconscious reprogramming, working with decrees and commands, we're working on a neuro-linguistic level, because everything that we speak, we literally manifest that at the level of action in our body. So never underestimate the power of your commands and the power of your words. So be careful how you speak to yourself. All right. So now we're going to dive into the meditation. So what I'm going to guide you through a nice Akashic clearing / wealth blueprint activation to help to integrate this identity shift. So I'm going to guide you through this journey, and then at the end we'll do some somatic EFT reprogramming as well to seal all of this. And then yeah, we're done. So prepare and get yourselves ready for a nice journey. Okay. So closing your eyes. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Breathing in deeply through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm trying to slow your breathing rate down by approximately 50% of the current rate. Breathing in for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 8, hold for 4, and repeat a few rounds of Zen breathing, Zen counting. And as you're focusing on the counting and the breath, your mind begins to quieten. And allow yourself to release all energies that don't belong to you, exhaling through the mouth. Imagine there's a body of water at your feet, body of pure crystalline water. And see all of these old patterns, programs, energies just falling into this body of water and being carried away and transmuted. So program your breath. You can say something like, each inhalation, I breathe in vitality, new. I recalibrate. I breathe in health, wellness. And on each exhalation, I release all that no longer serves me. So you begin to program your breath. So going forward, each time you inhale, it's breathing in new. And each time you exhale, it's releasing the old. It's doing actually its job, but quite often we take our breath for granted. But breath alchemy is really powerful when we work with it consciously. So just keep following a few cycles of breath and giving yourself gratitude for all the clearing that you've done over the last few days. The wealth trauma, the shaming, all the old beliefs and fears that you're releasing, letting go of. As you're now ready to release the final layers of the old identity that's been blocking your wealth potential, so that you may allow in this higher version of you who feels utterly safe receiving massive abundance, unconditional love, of being fully seen and feeling safe to be seen, so that you may attract your soul-aligned clients who bring you wealth freedom. And noticing any remaining tension around these beliefs and fears falling away, knowing that you are safe, held, and ready. It's only your mind that tells you that you're not safe, that you're not ready, and that you're not protected and held. So bring this into your heart center and feel that warmth and that gentle pulsing of your heart. This is your portal to infinite wisdom, the infinite wisdom that's within you. And now with your intention, open your Akashic record. You can state out silently or loud, I open my Akashic record now with pure intention to release what no longer serves me, so that I may reclaim my wholeness and activate my true wealth blueprint. Take a moment to connect to your true eternal higher self, your inner soul guides, your inner higher self team of the highest light and resonance. These are higher aspects of you. And imagine yourself being taken, traversing up through the quantum field, entering a luminous hall that is your own Akashic record. This is your sacred protective space. See, sense, imagine white, gold, platinum light pouring into your record, surrounding you as you are held by your own beings of light. These beings hold no judgment, only unconditional love supporting you. These higher versions of yourself. Feel the presence surrounding you. Feel this protection. Feel this love. And allow yourself to feel that in every part of your body. And in this sacred space, I invite you to call forward all old, unserving aspects of yourself, all the wounded ego parts, all these aspects of your inner child, all the coping mechanisms, the survival strategies, all of the self-doubt, the mistrust, all the judgment, all the false narratives and beliefs, all the beliefs that once protected you, but are now preventing your abundant prosperity potential. Witness all these old aspects of yourself. You may see them as shadowy figures or old, younger versions of yourself, or even versions from other lifetimes. You may observe cords and tethers. You may observe contracts and scriptures, fragmented parts of you. You may observe your ancestors or your bloodlines. So take a moment to call all these aspects to you so that you may release them. And now I invite you to give yourself permission, consciously, unconsciously, and subconsciously, to release all of the above. And you may state something like, I, stating your name, now release all old, unserving aspects of myself that have been blocking my abundant prosperity potential. I release all embodied shame, pain, trauma, and all associated coping, protection, and survival mechanisms that once kept me safe, but now no longer serve me. I release all resistances to healing, to loving, to receiving, to giving, to moving forward, to letting go. to forgiving myself or others. I release all envy, all judgments, all projections that I may have directed toward others that sustained the vibration of lack and limitation. And I return all envy, all judgments and projections that I have had directed towards myself. And I return all of these emotions with love. I reclaim all aspects of my soul, my energy that fragmented through painful experiences, or parts of me that were taken with or without my permission. And witness old parts of you dissolving, dissipating into the light, turning to space dust or being gently escorted away by your soul guides. Observing any sensations or emotions that may come up for you. And give yourself permission to tune into the relief and the lightness and the space that is opening up inside of you. Feel your nervous system softening. Feel your breath deepening. Know that you are safe. There is no danger in this sacred space. There's only expansion. Repeating, I now recall all fragmented aspects of my soul, my oversoul, my energy, from all people, places, corners, above, below, and beyond. And see all these parts as tiny particles of light being returned to you. And as all these particles are returned, they pass through a plasma vortex of pure crystalline light that cleanses, purifies, and restores any attachments or distortions that tethered these aspects of you to other timelines or lifetimes. So see all those cords dissipating and all these tiny aspects, these particles of your energy being fully integrated into your hologram. And observe yourself becoming whole, restored, renewed. And as you feel this reconfiguration, your old identity is being rewired as your frequency is organically elevated. Now invite forward your highest soul self, your true wealth-aligned identity. This version of you have already seen. And allow yourself to feel that feminine abundance. The feminine abundance that holds our wealth and prosperity. Our higher archetypes, soft, creative, loving version who embodies the safety in receiving. This feminine archetypal version of you that allows the organic flow of wealth and unconditional love. And assists you now to integrate and embody this into your sacred blueprint. And this softness, this creativity, this loving female archetype allows you to step fearlessly, confidently, and effortlessly into this higher version of you who is ready to be fully seen and held and heard by the community that need you, that are looking for you right now. Invite these soul aligned clients into your space now. Call them in. Tell them, I'm ready for you. And see all these souls and shadows stepping forward. They're already coming. They're being drawn to this higher aspect of you as you step forward to them, radiant, confident, and magnetic. Feel the frequency of this mutual connection, this calm power, this open-heartedness, and step into the field, allowing yourself to merge fully. And allow yourself to merge fully with this higher version of yourself, this beautiful feminine archetype, and allow their energy to fill every cell inside of you. And observe as your field begins to expand. Feel this embodiment. Then you may affirm to yourself, I am this now. I am safe receiving massive wealth now. I am worthy of being seen and celebrated. My soul-aligned clients flow effortlessly to me. Abundance flows effortlessly to me. My creative powers and manifestation abilities are fully activated. I attract clients who value me deeply and bring freedom. My soul blueprint restores to optimum wholeness, allowing my wealth blueprint to come completely online. And just take a moment to feel that somatically being cemented. Be feeling that warmth through your body. And maybe ask your higher self, show me what aligned action I need to take today to allow this to grow, to expand. Help me to integrate and grow. And listen for any messages, any insight. And breathe all of this light into your lower chakras, where we hold our wounding, our blocks, beliefs, fears. Send light down from your arms into your hands, from your heart, and focus your energy at the root. The root holds our safety and abundance. So maybe placing your hands on your root as you send light into the base, and repeat, I am safe and abundant now. And then bring your hands on your sacral, the center of creative flow and manifestation, and repeat as you breathe light into the sacral, I create and manifest effortlessly with ease and grace. Placing your hands on your solar plexus, sending light, our center of worthiness and power, and affirming, I am powerful and free now. Placing your hands on your heart, center of receiving, giving, in balance and harmony, and affirming, I give and receive in harmony and balance. Using your breath, send this golden light through your body, dissolving any remaining shadows, tethers, cords, hooks. Releasing everything from the lower energy centers. And observe each of the lower chakras emanating rainbow light out into your field. And send that rainbow light up through the higher chakras, through the heart, into the throat, third eye, the crown, and out of the crown, creating a sphere of rainbow light all around you, cleansing and realigning your bioenergy field. And observe that rainbow light permeating all systems and cells of your body, activating and upgrading all layers of your light body, the DNA, the meridians, nadis, organs, glands, and the blood and the bones. And give yourself permission to fully feel, anchor, and embody your wealth blueprint as you activate and allow it to come fully back online, restored, whole. Your identity begins to progressively shift, and it will continue to shift over the coming days. And then seal this activation in love and light. Seal this activation with spheres of rainbow love and protection. Closing your Akashic record and giving yourself permission to only carry forward what serves your highest path and purpose. And then whenever you're ready, in your own time, just allowing yourself to return to your body fully present, wiggling your fingers and toes, taking a few nice deep breaths, feeling the ground beneath you, feeling anchored and connected, and opening your eyes whenever you're ready. And you are forever changed, wealthy in spirit and wealthy in form. right. So, how are you all feeling? You want to pop anything in the chats or give a thumbs up, or I could see some tears happening, some releasing. What was a shift? Did you know, was anything particular that came to mind that you shifted? Any alignment that you became aware of through that journey? Lovely, thank you. Oh my God, so emotional. Yeah, I also was getting emotional when I was guiding, and I kind of had my eyes closed, and then I was getting emotional. I'm like, oh, okay, somebody's crying, and then I opened my eyes. Yeah, beautiful. Any significant insights? Releasing tears, sneezing, runny nose. I mean, the whole flew over here. It's, yeah, big release going on there. Amazing. I love it. Being more embodied with my higher self. Yeah. I mean, I'm not participating in this meditation, but I feel it as well. I just feel like so calm and relaxed and blissed myself. Beautiful. My wounded selves have become, sorry, my wounded selves have become my friends and support network. So much more than I had realized. Beautiful. I love that. That's amazing. Powerful. Yes, had a lot of people have influenced me. I've closed the door on that period in my life. New chapter, new me. Exactly. This is what this year one, this has just come at the perfect time, this recalibration, rebirthing, and yeah, what you want to create for this year. And it made me realize what I was carrying. Yeah, exactly. We don't know, do we? Until we start journeying. And yeah, beautiful. Thank you everyone for sharing. All right, so we'll finish with some somatic embodiment. So I've already explained about somatic embodiment, so I don't need to go into this, but this somatic embodiment is a specific divinity activation. So we're going to finish with this somatic to kind of wake you all up and embody all of that we've just integrated through the journey. And then we're going to do some belief testing at the end to test your divinity and your new belief focuses. So what we're doing with this EFT somatic divinity, we're focusing on a positive installation, sealing the statements into our energy field as we do with EFT, into the nervous system, into the cellular memory. And as I said, it's going to fortify the clearing work, the healing that we've just done. It's structured as a positive focus tapping sequence. So there's no, we're not going into what we went through yesterday because we've cleared a lot yesterday. So this is just pure tapping in powerful activations, divine activations, etc., as you can see on the screen. So here, I will guide you through the sequence. So just drop into your breath for a moment. I'm just working with, setting the intention to work with this EFT sequence to activate your divinity, to install and seal your divinity, your wealth blueprint into your body. So let's start with the karate chop, repeating 3 times. I am a powerful creator and manifester. I am a powerful creator and manifester. I am a powerful creator and manifester. And I reclaim this truth now. Top of the head, I am a powerful creator and manifester. Brow, I create and manifest with ease and joy. My thoughts, words, and energy shape my reality. I am the powerful creator of my abundant life. Divinity flows through me as a creative power. I manifest miracles effortlessly. Yes, I am a master manifester. This truth vibrates in every cell of my body. I am a powerful creator and manifester. I am the creator and activator of my reality. I am the creator and activator of my reality. So this is cementing and owning your role as a reality activator. I activate the highest timelines with intention. My reality responds to my divine command. I choose, I activate, I receive. As an activator, I call in wealth freedom now. Reality bends to my aligned vision. I am sovereign over my own experience. Activation is complete and flowing now. I am the creator and activator of my reality. I am the creator and activator of my reality. Keep on the karate chop. I am the creator of my reality. I believe in my abilities, gifts, and powers. My gifts are divine, potent, and needed. I trust my powers completely. I am good enough, exactly as I am. I am worthy, deserving, whole. I am safe to allow in more wealth and prosperity. Prosperity flows to me safely and abundantly. My body and nervous system say yes to this. I believe in my abilities, gifts, and powers. I am good enough. I am safe to allow in more wealth and prosperity. And repeat that 3 times. I am safe, karate chop. I am safe to allow in more wealth and prosperity. I am safe to allow in more wealth and prosperity. And now place your hands on your heart or your belly and breathe in 3 times. Just allow all of that power to embody. And inhale deeply and breathe in the statement, I embody this divinity fully now. And as you exhale, affirm, this is sealed into my cells, my field, my reality. And so it is. I am that I am. Just tapping on the timers. This is a future quick release response. Anytime you feel that you're slipping back into old patterns, just tap the timers and repeat, I am safe to allow in more wealth and prosperity. I am safe to allow in more wealth and prosperity. I am safe to allow in more wealth and prosperity. And observe how your nervous system begins to decompress. Because this script that we've just done tests your divinity, embodies your divinity, and brings it into embodied truth while reinforcing safety around money. So you can use this as a powerful, quick meditation. It's really powerful. So how are you all feeling after that round of tapping? Feeling any more energetic activations? Feeling a little bit more grounded? All right. So what I would love you to do now is we're going to test. It made me realize, oh, okay, we've done that already. Sorry. Calm and buzzy. Yeah. I love tapping, it's great. I don't do it enough, I should do it more. So what I invite you to do whenever you're ready, just have a drink of water. Just ground a minute. Then we're going to use the body sway technique to test. And these are powerful tools to ensure that this wonderful work is built upon. Absolutely. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate that. I think you're a kinesiologist as well, aren't you? So you're familiar. Are you a kinesiologist, or am I getting you mixed up with? Do you know what? I sometimes get you mixed up with Sarah because you've got exactly the same hair. So it must be Sarah that's a kinesiologist then. All right. So let's stand up and muscle test your beliefs and make these statements. I will read them out to you. Remember, forward for a yes, backward for a no. So make sure that you're relaxed, your knees are soft, your gaze is straight forwards, your chest is open, and everything's relaxed. And then repeat, I am a powerful, divine creator and manifester. I'm going to do this as well. I am a powerful, divine creator and manifester. And again, if you get a no, write it down. And I don't want to see anybody writing. But really, if you do get a no, just write it down because there's a little bit more work you need to do. And then repeating when you've done that one, I am the creator and activator of my reality. I am the creator and activator of my reality. Next statement. I believe in myself, my abilities, my gifts and power. Next statement. I am good enough. I am good enough. Are we all getting some movement? Are we all getting some yeses before we move on to the next part? So again, if you're not moving, if you're getting neutrals, just tap your timers because there might be some energetic scrambling or you might not be grounded after that meditation. So just plant all four, all corners of your feet on the ground and just check again. But again, you can come back to it later. So the next testing, now we've tested the divinity, now we're testing your new identity. So repeating, I am safe to hold and grow wealth. I am safe to hold and grow wealth. Again, if you get a no, write it down. There's some more work to do. You'll have to watch all the masterclass again. Next statement. I am worthy of financial abundance as a spiritual being. I am worthy of financial abundance as a spiritual being. Next statement. And again, the statements are on the screen if you get lost anywhere. Money flows to me easily because I am in integrity and service. Money flows to me easily because I am in integrity and service. Next statement. I can be deeply spiritual and financially abundant. And finally, my wealth supports my mission and helps more people. Okay. When you've finished, you can come and sit back down. whenever you're ready. And let me know in the chat if you got any no's to that, if there's still some things you need to work on, if there's still some resistances somewhere. Just drop me a little message. Let me know. Hopefully you're all going to say everything's, I got yeses for everything. I hope, but I did see a couple of people writing. So yeah, be really super honest. Okay. All positive and good. Yes, got some no's. Okay. No, no for I am good enough. Reset, then got all yes. Okay, great. All yes for me. What was the third one? Oh, hang on. From which points? From the, oops. The divinity was, I believe in my abilities, gifts, and powers. Or from the other one, money flows to me easily because I am in integrity and service.
No, what was the first, from the first ones?
I believe in my abilities, gifts, and powers.
That's the one. Okay, thank you.
So you don't believe in your gifts, your abilities, and your powers. You got to know for that. Yeah? Is that what you're saying? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so some more work to do. That's okay. You can just work a little bit on those, whatever you got a no to, or a neutral. Just work a little bit more on them. And, you can ask yourself where the doubt is showing up, where there's any self-doubt. I know this is not easy to see this screen. But ultimately, these are kind of action steps to integrate your wealth blueprint. Anytime, if the beliefs and the fears or those statements that you've made that you got to know to ask your higher self, where is the resistance to this? What resistance is showing up? And you can go through the muscle testing. Is it a fear? You can ask, is it a fear that's reinforcing this, or is it a belief that's reinforcing this? And then work through the beliefs again, what belief it could be. And again, you might need to go a little bit deeper. Is this fear or belief still serving me on some level? So this is what we did in day one. Is this fear or belief still serving me on some level? And if it is, what level? And then am I ready to let go of this at this level? Because it could be that you've cleared it. You could be, remember we have these 4 levels: soul level, ancestral level, ancestral genetic, soul level, core level, and oh gosh, my brain's not working, and collective level. So you might have cleared it, you might have been holding it in all 4 levels or 2 levels, and you might have cleared it on all levels except 1. So you might still be holding on an ancestral level. So you can ask, am I holding this on an ancestral level? Yes, no. Collective level? Yes, no. Core level? Yes. Find out where you're holding it. And then, am I ready to release this at core level? And if you're not ready to release it yet, then just ask your higher self to work with you, and then just to show you what you need to do to release it, because there might be some deeper acknowledgement. This is things that I can help anybody that needs to go a little bit deeper with this. This is where I come in as my professional assistant, and I can guide you through this where you might need to go deeper. So yeah, just reach out if you want to do any one-to-one sessions, or you want to have an Akashic reading to see if there's a program that's reinforcing it. Yeah, because it can be. But any time that self-doubt creeps in, these are really good action steps. When self-doubt creeps in, or you hear yourself repeating false beliefs and false narratives, like, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, just know that these beliefs, because they can try and creep back in. As I said, there's some of them are really deeply ingrained, but just ask yourself, is this true? Is this belief true? Is this fear true? Because I don't know if any of you know the work of Byron Katie. This is what she does. This is how she reprograms beliefs. Is it true? No, it's not true. It's just a belief I'm telling myself. It's a belief system, or it's a belief I've inherited, or a belief I've created. And the most important is, am I in danger? Because that's one thing we learn in the NARM training, the NARM trauma training that I did. Am I in danger? And it's like, no, I'm not in any danger. And your nervous system immediately just decompresses and allows you to create space, because it's not true and you're not in danger. Of course, if you are in danger, then you need to get the feck out of wherever you are. But 9.9999 times out of 10, you're not in danger. So yeah, just keep reinforcing. And when you hear these, fear starts creeping in, because you might be afraid of being judged or failing, or you might be afraid of something or someone, or scared of your own inadequacy, again, because of stories you're telling yourself where you think that you're not good enough, or you might feel that you're not good enough to help a client with XYZ. Then again, just ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen if I fail? And remember, there's no such thing as failure, not in my vocabulary. It doesn't exist. It's just lessons and growth. There's only lessons and growth. There's no such thing as failure. If you try something and it doesn't work, then it either wasn't for you, or there's lessons for you to be learned. So you can ask, are there any lessons to be learned in this? Or is this not my highest path and purpose? Because it can be what your 3D self's telling you that you want, but it's not your highest path and purpose. So that's why it's your innerverse, your universe actually saving you from something. So think about that as well. Am I failing, or am I actually being protected from something, or failing something? And if you have a fear of being judged, what's the worst thing about somebody judging me? And really, like, who cares? People are always judging people, and we judge people through our own wounds and our own shadows. And our judgments are about us, not really about other people. And the same, when somebody's judging us, this judgment's coming from their own shadows. So who cares? Let it go. We don't need to have everybody to like us. This, judgment, the fear of judgment is coming from our wounded self, where perhaps we've been bullied or persecuted. So we have this inherent fear of not being liked. So give yourself permission to let go of that and step into your power, because when you're in your power, then you don't really care what other people think about you. Know your capabilities, know that you are capable, because your universe, or your innerverse, or your higher self only delivers to you what you can handle. So just tell yourself, I've got this. Challenging myself is where I grow. Staying small sustains stagnation, and I'm choosing evolution. I've got this. So again, these are just really tools to reprogram your narratives. And working with your higher self, get familiar. If you're not doing this already, get familiar working with your higher self. Higher self, show me what I need to do right now to allow this XYZ to grow, to expand, to develop. Show me what I need to know right now to clear this XYZ, whatever it is. So get familiar with working with your higher self. And of course, gratitude, always coming into our gratitude and receiving ritual. Writing 5 things you are already grateful for financially, however small, because this gratitude will fortify your future wealth. So even like, thank you for gifting me this free masterclass that I didn't have to pay for. Thank you for Mia. She's amazing. Just joking. Tapping myself on the back. But thank you for this Reiki client that came to me this morning, or thank you for this Reiki client that's coming to me later on today, or thank you for this meal, whatever it is. Just finding small things to be grateful for, because the gratitude, as we all know, Joe Dispenza teaches this Gratitude is very powerful. And coming back to what I said on the very first day, values. Write down 3 to 5 core values and integrate them into your business. So I've told you already, my values are freedom, independence, sovereignty, truth, and money. And integrate them into all areas of your life, because when we don't have values, when we haven't got a value, how can we have healthy boundaries? Our values help us to have healthy boundaries, and that means boundaries in your work as well, and that means financial boundaries. Yeah, is that landing, resonating? Let me just reduce this back down now. And then 3 actions that you can integrate to realign and embody to activate this more wealthy version of you. Who's going to increase their prices today? Even if it's just by £5, £10, who's going to increase their prices? Good. Good. Seeing lots of some hands. What program or package can you create out of what you do already? We talked a little bit about this on day 1. What are you currently doing that will increase your income capacity? I talked yesterday about reverse engineering. Like, how much do you need to earn every month? How many programs based on what you're doing right now do you need to sell to make that money? And how can you package everything to create a package? 3 Reiki sessions, 3 kinesiology sessions. Those of you who are doing Akashic record, put your prices up. Sell the transformation, not the modality. And how can you put this out into your community to allow yourself to be seen so your community can find you? So I go into all this on a real deeper level in the upcoming Akashic training, where we go into sales and marketing as well, spiritual sales and marketing, to avoid all the algorithm blocks and all of that kind of stuff as well, because that's another thing that we're up against. The algorithms, those good old social media algorithms. Wealth accountability. Take 1 aligned action weekly. And that's like celebrating either your own wins without self-judgment or self-criticism or comparison, or celebrating your clients' wins. People love this shit, right? People love to see this shit on social media. Like, what have I achieved this week? And celebrate it unapologetically. You know, not like, hey, look at me, I'm this, that, and the, not to bring that ego thing is, but hey, I've been working on this XYZ, and until now, it's been a burden, and I've just fixed it, I've just cleared it, or I've just created this, or I've just created that, or hey, my client had a really massive healing session today, or massive transformation, whatever it is. Start posting your wins and your clients' wins on social media, because people love this. People need to see you. They want to see you in your authority, but they also love to see that we're also human, that we can be vulnerable as well. So talking to people about your own stories. People love this. I've overcome this. This is who I am now because I overcome this. As I've done with you guys all the way through this masterclass, I wouldn't be sitting here now teaching a free masterclass if I didn't have money in my bank. So thank you. And I don't know why I'm looking up there, but anyway, thank you. I always do that. I talk to my higher self and I'm looking up there, but I created it. I created this through my will and discipline, and this belief that I had in myself, that I overcame the non-beliefs that I had about myself. I told you already, I had this vision when I was 25 that I was going to be traveling around the world helping people, and I didn't have a clue what that looked like back then, because I was a buyer for a designer menswear company. I was little Miss Socialite, the hippie that I am now, go figure. And then the third one, non-negotiable daily micro actions. Commit to 2 to 5 minute practice every day, like tapping, doing the EFT, tapping on these divinity activations, for example, or the belief activations that we've done yesterday. And then your new focus. Allow yourself to anchor the new identity and activate your true dormant wealth blueprint. and your new goal, realign who you be worthy, be powerful, be safe, so you can do, charge premium, magnetize, and take bold actions without resistance. So, thoughts, takeaways? Yeah, thank you, Jane. Because this is, it's empowerment, isn't it? This is what we need. We need empowerment, and that's why I love doing this. Thank you. It was marvelous. I had so much somatic stuff coming up during the meditation. Can I ask Mia, to do a really clear test? Do we do the steps we did in day one? Yeah, I mean, go back. I would say that do the steps from day one, because then it's like if there's anything that's still stuck, going back into the the step one, and then do step. And obviously, if you're watching the replay, I mean, you've got your presentation, that you should have all received the presentation, the replay, and the presentation to your email. Day two has gone out today. Day one went out on Thursday. Day two today, and then of course day three will go out tomorrow. And then you can just fast forward. The replays are on YouTube. They're private. It's in an unlisted channel, so it's private. But you can just fast forward to the meditation part, or you can just follow the steps in the presentation, which you should hopefully all be able to do. But if you want to follow the meditation, of course, watch the replay again. But yeah, go back and do step one, step two, step three. But ultimately, it's about taking aligned action and really making these shifts and integrating it into your daily life. So, yeah, what takeaways from this have you got from this masterclass? What has it sealed for you? What insights? And you might not be able to think of anything right now in this moment, so you please feel free to reply to the emails that I've sent you, and let me know in the email, or drop me a Facebook message or a WhatsApp message, whichever you prefer, but I'd love to hear from you. Or of course, and if anything comes to mind now, write in the comments, or you can also write in the replays in the YouTube videos as well. But yeah, has this landed with you, resonated with you? Has it given you some tools, deeper tools to bring higher self-embodiment and to use these daily? Yeah, yes, beautiful, 100%. Amazing. Much more awareness about my blocks and how to clear more deeply. Thank you, Mia. It's been brilliant. Thank you very much. Sorry, I've just been attacked by mosquitoes. It's mosquito hour in Thailand. All right. So wonderful masterclass. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad that you've all had some shifts from it on some level. And I'm just going to finish with an invitation, of course. Because all of this is just a taster of what we do in the Akashic Leadership and Mastery Portal that I'm starting in, or should I say that we're starting the next program mid-February, which is a deep immersive container where of course, we're transcending surface level belief work and going into all the root programs, as I've mentioned already in the beginning. And so, yeah, this whole mastery portal, it's not just the Akashic training where you learn to read the Akashic record for others and go into all the programs, past lives, clearing energetic intrusions, entity attachments, implants, ancestral, soul retrieval, or I can't even think. We're going into all the soul archetypes, embodying the soul archetypes, our 12 higher senses, moving beyond our physical 5 senses, so that we can embody and expand the layers of our higher stations of identity and awareness, which are basically the senses from 6 to 12, which are connected to the oversoul, the monad, and the avatar. So we go into like quantum activations, light body reconfigurations, advanced implant and entity extraction, cellular regenesis, as I said, Akashic record readings. And then we go into all the business mentoring, sales and marketing. It's a really powerful program. So anybody that's been sitting on the fence, this is an opportunity to join now. if it's something that calls you, if it resonates with you and you want to go deeper and you want to learn how to do all of this for your own clients, that you can create these masterclasses that you, of course, you can sell. Your community need this. Imagine how powerful this was for you if you could teach this to your community. So you get all the done for you templates, PDFs, etc., so that you can double or treble your pricing, your packaging. I mean, I mentioned already, I've moved my prices from, you know, between 50 and 100 to 300 to 500 now, and people pay for this. You know, people are paying for it. It's transformation. So imagine 1 or 2 of these a week and you've made your money. No more 10 Reiki sessions a week and having burnout. Anyway, if you are called, I do reach out and let's book a free 20-minute, no obligation consultation, and we can chat to see if the program's right for you at this time. As I said, it's no obligation, so that doesn't mean if you book a call that you have to book with me. This is not what I'm about at all. I will tell you directly, you're not ready, or it's not for you. I don't think you need it. I will be truly honest with you. Like, I don't think you need it. I've turned people away when, yeah, you don't need it. You're already doing this already. Why do you need this? You just need to have self-belief. So let's just work on a one-to-one level and do something that's not going to cost you as much money, that you can actually embody something on a deeper level. So, and if you want to work on a personal level, then again, just reach out for a consultation. Right. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate you all joining. So let's just give a bit of love and gratitude to ourselves, honoring yourself for showing up, honoring your space, honoring yourself for doing this work, for self-investing in yourself, and honoring yourself for being of service to humanity, for choosing to put up with the shit in this lifetime that we put up with, to change what we're here to change. I mean, wow, we are dealing with some really deep stuff, not only on ourselves on a personal level, but what we're dealing with collectively and what we're changing collectively. So honor yourself for that. Honor yourself for choosing this freaking 3D lifetime to do all of this and being part of this paradigm shift, being part of this bifurcation process that we're experiencing right now, this splitting of timelines, and choosing to step on the higher timeline and take your community with you onto this higher timeline. So thank you. And thank you for all your lovely messages, feeling very focused about everything, starting to make a list, a strategy. So grateful for this. Thank you. I felt aligned for this growth at the beginning of the year, and you showed up. Oh, amazing. I love that, Amanda. Thank you. Deeper tools to bring higher self-embodiment and use daily. Yeah, amazing. Much more awareness about my blocks. Wonderful masterclass. Interested in your sales and marketing teachings. Can you send me the details, please? Yep, sure I will, Debbie. Very interested. Okay, where can I find the details? I'll send them to you. I'll probably forget. Hang on, let me take a screenshot of the messages because I'll forget. I've got hormone memory, so I'm terrible. Okay, so Amanda and Debbie, gratitude to you, Mia, for bringing all this knowledge together in one masterclass. It's a spiritual super class. Oh, thank you. I love that. Just a bit of fun, Miss Piggy, bringing in joy. Yeah, we've got to laugh at ourselves and have fun. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your beautiful presence and sharing your insights with me. And thank you for everyone on the replay. Yeah, I hope to see you all soon in the next masterclass. And you'll get this email will be sent out tomorrow for the third replay. All right, lovelies. Any questions that anybody has, feel free to drop me a message anytime. I'm always around. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Lots of love. Bye-bye.